Kurogiri is a kind of nomu.
Present, Mike. Eraserhead. I want you to reawaken Oboro Shirakumo's mind.
Oh boy.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny and this is my beautiful wife Montana.
And today we're going to be reacting to Season 5, Episode 19 of My Hero Academia, More of a Hero Than Anyone. Very interested who that could be about. I mean, it's got to be Deku, but why?
We'll have to see.
I guess not necessarily.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it could
Who
be
knows?
anyway. But if you're excited for this episode of My Hero Academia, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe down below for episodes coming every Friday and Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now, they're all posted to Patreon in their extended full-length forms, along with episodes of the new Demon Slayer season, Solo Leveling, Invincible, and Jujutsu Kaisen. Are we excited for episode 19 of My Hero Academia Season 5?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads, this video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
It's okay if you don't forgive me. Because I don't want forgiveness. I want to atone.
The shape of the Todoroki family was about to transform. I hoped that this change would be an improvement, even if only a slight one. Our work study took up the entire winter break. Still, it felt like it was over in a flash. And then, the third term began.
In a black
Our first
flash?
year at UA seemed like it flown
That's,
by.
Jujutsu
Black
Kaisen.
Whip. Fuck.
The Black Flash does happen in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, well, that's not what I was referring to,
That's
Kenneth.
what happens when we're watching 5 peak shows at once.
God.
All right, let's
That
play.
feeling when you
third term
confuse your animes.
Our first year at UA seemed like it flown by. And suddenly, there were just 3 months left.
My classmates, a happy new year to you all!
Yes, Happy New Year, everyone!
Today's class will consist of a practical briefing. We'll each share our accomplishments, challenges, etc. from over the winter break. So comrades, it's time to suit up and head over to Ground Alpha.
Quiet! Time to get started.
Happy New Year, Mr. Aizawa!
An auspicious new year, sir. I've apprised them of the schedule per your instructions.
Good.
Man, Ida, you're really revving hard today.
Indeed. Thankfully, Manuel, the hero with whom I apprenticed at my work study, is a leader in Hosu. It was just 1 week, but he taught me well. How to work hard without being uptight. Heck yeah! That's the only way to live!
I take it back. He's like a bike where the chain keeps coming off.
Is he gonna be a motorcycle though? I mean, with his engines and all.
That's
An
funny.
electric bike.
That was funny. Oh,
Chaco, is that a new costume?
told Aizawa to meet in the staff room.
Yeah, that new style is great on you.
You think so? Oh, thanks, guys!
What's this? A new Uraraka wrist. Oh crap, that's heavy.
Yeah, there's wire stuffed inside. Thanks to my quirk, the weight of it isn't a handicap. The case sure is heavy though. Hey, what you got in here?
That's funny. Is that an All Might
Is that the...
keychain? That's super not suspicious.
It's not what you think, Ashido! It's really not. I promise. Huh? I'm just, keeping it close for now. Keeping it safe.
Whoa, you mean you mastered that weird new power?
He gave it to her for Christmas, so she has it with her.
Very cute.
Huh.
Do you keep your gifts from all of your classmates?
For real? Dang, that was quick!
That dark energy thing? That black ribbon stuff that shot out of your army, Doria?
Yeah, it's called Black Whip.
It's pretty freaking cool if you ask me.
That's what happens. You learn faster when your work studies with number 1. Like you grow at a higher rate, huh?
But I still can't control it for more than a moment. And its uses are pretty limited. But it's strong.
No! Midoriya!
Bakugo! What's your problem, stupid?
Oh man! This
Daddy's gray matter oozing out?
Midoriya!
Oh, Jesus.
Basically, I gotta make my body move as fast as my brain.
I am here!
He got that Bakugo lobotomy.
I am here! The symbol of sweets!
Symbol of sweets.
Speed is too
Nice.
different, so you can't keep it going if you get in your head when you use
Guys,
it.
I put all my might into this one gag and you're completely ignoring it.
Are you okay, All Might?
I'm fine, and I am here. The
Doesn't he
symbol of
look
sweets.
like he's
Get
fine?
it? Sweet, cotton, candy.
Wait a
Get
second.
it?
Where's Mr. Aizawa?
An urgent matter arose, so he had to leave school and take care of it immediately.
They did not give All Might any props for his little joke.
Any faster?
Enough
That was
already.
Very
funny.
sad. I liked that one.
During the fight at the USJ, he didn't act like he would have, if he were. How low will these bastards go? This is too far.
I, for one, refuse to believe it. I bet Mr. Sukauchi and the others have just got it wrong.
I know I'm not telling you anything new, but indulge me. No more humans whose bodies have been radically bioengineered to withstand multiple quirks. However, they're not living humans. They're complete messes. Everything from their brains to their hearts.
Nomu truly are puppets. They're marionettes with no will of their own. Or at least that's what we thought.
Gran Torino, we skipped
That's
our
not the
classes to
situation?
come here. So let's get to the point, shall we?
Aizawa? Calm down, bro.
We have to provide background.
You
and be
calm
thorough,
down, bro.
or else what you're about to hear might be too much to bear.
This guy's a core member of the League of Villains.
If we can get him to spill some intel, we'd be able to hit them where it hurts. But unfortunately, he's shown no sign that he'll open up. I'll talk about trivial stuff, but when
Who
it
do
comes
they
to info
have?
that would put the League at a disadvantage, he suddenly goes non-responsive, like someone flipped his off switch.
Okay.
It's sophisticated, so it took us a long time to figure out what was going on. They've combined a bunch of quirk factors,
Kurogiri.
a base with others added to form a single new quirk.
Void.
We've identified the factor
That was his
served
thing,
as
right?
the
Yeah.
base.
Warp gate.
Warp gate.
Turns out,
Same diff.
belonged to a kid you were quite familiar with in your UA days. A young boy who lost his life way too soon while working to save others. We found out that this base
Oh,
quirk
they're
is a very
ex-students?
close match to Oboro Shirakumo's.
Oh, someone Shirakumo?
Yep.
Alright. A base
Once
match.
upon a time, we were working hard to become heroes together.
Oh, a classmate?
Izushi, I've been thinking when we graduate, we should start a
Oh,
hero
no.
agency. When we combine powers and work together, we can handle just about anything. I mean, there's 3 of us after all. So even if one of us slips up, there's no doubt the other 2 will always have his back. You know what I'm always saying.
His hair kinda
Shota's
looks
got
like
an eye for
Warpgate.
detail. No pun
Yep.
intended. She's a master at negotiating. Let's start an agency. So what do you say?
Sure, but no fighting about money, Kay.
Goes without saying. Shota, you in?
I don't know. Gotta think it over before I agree.
What is there to think about? Let's just do it.
When Oboro Shirakumo died, he and I were doing our work study together. He got caught in a collapsing building.
Oh no.
There 1 second and gone the next. He dreamed of the 3 of us starting an agency, but died right after sharing those plans with us.
In other words, Kurogiri is a kind of Nomu. And there's a high probability that the base of his quirks was adapted by using Oboro Shirakumo's remains.
Oh,
You remember what
God.
they used to call us? Class A's 3 dumb egos. This doesn't make any damn sense!
Do you want to know why we often attack UA? It's simple, really.
Where else can one find such a concentration of outstanding quirks? A rather logical strategic move, don't you think? He went on to say it was like being a dog
God.
at a table at a 5-star restaurant. How disgusting. But I imagine
what?
before the
He's saying, knowing that all those amazing quirks are UA, it makes All For One feel like he's the dog under the table at a nice restaurant.
I see.
But yeah, this Kurogiri, his base body is the body of their friend.
The student. Oh no.
But I imagine that before the cremation, he just swapped out Oboroshi Okumo's body and turned him into one of his insane Nomu marionettes. It'd be a mistake to expect this all to make sense, Mike. It's pure evil, which rarely, if ever, makes sense.
Well, screw it anyway.
Right now, we've got him sedated. Because if we don't, he'll try to use his quirk.
You still haven't explained why you brought us here. Do you think our connection will lead to a miracle? You've been watching too many movies.
Miracles do happen, and they often lead to possibilities. Take the Nomu that Endeavor defeated in Kyushu. The report says it had a distinct personality, and that it displayed a hyperfixation on powerful fighters. When they analyzed its DNA, they found that its original body belonged to a common hoodlum who made his living as an underground street fighter. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Meaning it still has...
So he had the same base personality as the one he was adapted out of.
Yeah. So there's like a little bit of carryover.
And he talked.
Meaning it still had aspects
like
of his
Kurogiri.
personality from before death? Well, remember, I fought Kurogiri at UA. He spoke
Yeah,
completely
Kurogiri
differently
didn't...
from Shirakumo, and he didn't have any notable reaction to me.
Maybe because they did experiments on him. To see if his altered memories, or even memories they erased, would affect the way he carried out orders. Who knows? But I'll emphasize again, if you can just get him to talk, it'd be a major break in the case. Present, Mike. Eraserhead. I want you to reawaken Oboroshi Rakumo's mind.
Oh boy. That's a big ask.
Yeah. Pretty horrifying thing to, like, that happened to them.
What if Eraser erased something on them?
That's a good point.
I feel like that would... Actually, I have no idea if that would work, but I feel like if the Nomu's whole thing is their power, if you remove that power, they're kind of like a nothing burger, so I feel like reverting to the previous person would be... I don't know. I'm just making things up.
Let's see. But definitely so sad that it happened to Present Mike and
sad.
Aizawa.
God, and imagine, like, finding out about that, like, you know your friend's gone, but knowing that they've been, like, forced to do all this horrible stuff, it's just...
Literally against you.
Nauseating, yeah.
Huh? You really think we can reawaken Shirakumo?
So what, should we talk about old times?
Try anything.
His family?
If you two can't get through to him...
Hey, remember when we went to school together?
Did you hear what he said, though?
Mm-hmm. They're gonna ask them to see him next.
The family, if they...
Yeah.
If you two can't get through to him, we're going to ask them to see him next.
I would never allow his parents to think their son became something so disgusting.
Oh, that's motivation.
He's awake.
Go ahead and start.
What's this? Oh, what an unexpected guest. I don't think we've met since the UA raid.
Even when Eraser looks at him, the haze hangs around. I guess his body doesn't have a normal form.
Looks like you guys got it wrong after all. This freak is nothing like our old friend Shirakumo.
How is Tomura Shigaraki doing? He hasn't been captured, has he?
I don't know!
I see. What a shame.
Are you concerned about Shigaraki?
Indeed, it's my duty to look after him.
That's a lame duty, if you ask me! Who would ever want to have to take care of that gloomy little punk all day long?
We're getting off topic.
Looks at the gloomy little...
No. A cat?
The kind of guy who had taken a stray kitten after I had pointedly ignored it. That kind of guy.
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you here to accomplish?
No response.
Don't you remember? I was always hesitating. I didn't have a heart like you.
Shota Aizawa, huh? Hi, I'm Shirakumo. So nice to meet you, Shota buddy. Shota, the cafeteria seats are gonna fill up. Come on! I'll lend you my goggles. They'll hide and protect your eyes so you can get in close. Check it out. Now
Literally
we
gave
match.
him the goggles.
You acted on instinct. I overthought, but you pulled me along.
Is this a confession? Well, we aren't in a church, and I'm certainly not a priest.
Nothing could ever dampen your spirits. You were always looking ahead.
Aizawa covering his mouth like that is so interesting.
Despite the fact that a single misstep would mean your death. You know, Yamada and I are teachers now. I've been incredibly strict with my students.
Word on the street is you expelled quite a few of them.
Maybe, but only on paper.
Did you see how grumpy old Eraser's face was today?
Yeah, it freaked me out, man.
It's always scary.
No, dude, it was like super scary. As bad as when he expelled us.
Yikes. I still have recurring nightmares about that day. I thought it was all over for me.
It wasn't so bad. I mean, it sucked, but we all grew because of that experience.
No. There are plenty of ways to help us grow without expelling
Her
us.
pupils are cool.
Expulsion goes on our permanent record. How will we ever get jobs?
The authority to expel and re-enroll them?
Yes, sir.
That's what he was
Sacrifice
doing.
for others is different than throwing your life away. When these naive kids get the two mixed up, I can expel them, give them a little death so they'll learn. Then I'll re-enroll them. That way they know what's at stake and they'll strive to reach even higher. I urge you to authorize it, sir.
The freedom you're asking for is aligned with UA's core philosophy.
Do you know why I did it? I didn't want them to make the same fatal mistake you did. I didn't want them to become heroes who devalue their own lives in the name of empty justice. At the same time, I wanted them to be like you. I wanted to shape them into heroes who motivate and inspire. And I want all the greatest heroes to live long, happy lives. Shirakumo!
Something's happening.
If there's any trace of my breath left at all, the three of us, we can still do it. We can be heroes.
He could start the agency.
Brainwave anomaly.
What does that mean?
He's agitated. Who is producing the Nomu?
Where's Shigaraki hiding? Even if what they say is true, and all that's left of my friend is sitting behind this glass, it doesn't matter. Nothing will ever bring him back. He'd never be the person I knew. Tell me, the monster who did this to you! Where'd they take you to mess with your brain?
I don't.
When you last saw me, when you attacked UA, did you really feel nothing at all?
I don't. No, I feel like you're...
Starting to see changes.
All right, yeah.
Damn it, talk to us!
Answer the question, Shirakumo!
The three of us were in Class 2A together at UA High School, and we were all going to become heroes together! You're over, Shirakumo!
Oh my god.
I am Kurogiri.
Oh, he's shut
the
down
protector
again.
of Tomura Shigaraki.
Oh. Damn.
Nothing you're saying makes any sense to me.
Oh, there's a face.
His brainwaves.
Quiet.
Yes, you can fight this!
Come on, Tsurukumo!
Oh my goodness.
I mean, there's 3 of us after all. So even if one of us slips up, there's no doubt the other 2 will always have his back.
He was in the hospital.
Said it was in the hospital.
Uh-huh. Oh. So they're finding students in the hospital to make nomus.
Eraserhead. Present mind.
He asked him where is he doing this to them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Hey!
Holy shit.
Eraserhead. Present Mike. That's enough. You did well.
Hey, are your eyes okay?
They're a bit dry, but no big deal.
No, you're sad, dude.
He said hospital. It seemed like we were close to getting something more specific. Sorry we couldn't be of more use or if it was a waste.
No, far from it.
How's Kurogiri?
He shut down like he short-circuited or something. But anyway, we took a big step forward.
The 3 of you had some big dreams back in the day, and you chased them together. I made you reopen painful wounds, but trust me, something good has come out of it.
These Nomu, what exactly are they? What's the point of creating such monsters?
I don't know why you people refuse to understand. It's like making a fine wine. To get the juice, one must trample the grapes. And all I really want is to continue savoring all of the delicious notes. Who can say? Who cares? My sole concern here is ensuring there will be no further victims. I'll do whatever that requires.
I'm just hoping to see some progress.
Right then. I'd better send this up the chain. Hospital. Even if that alone doesn't tell us much, it gives us a place to start at least.
I see. We appreciate your hard work.
There's a thug raging around at Wakagumo Hospital, requesting backup.
I'm busy right now, I'll have to pass.
What was that?
They're always turning to me, man.
Oh, hero work?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the number 2 guy after all.
Impressive. You're no big deal, man.
I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick. You want anything?
Black coffee, with lots of milk and tons of sugar.
Cool, you got it. Hospital. The pieces have fallen into place. All that's left now is...
a human with his ego still perfectly intact, who possesses unlimited power. The ultimate being whom All For One and I have sought all this time. My masterpiece. Excellent, Tomura Shigaraki. You're coming along nicely. Better than I ever imagined.
So that's happening to Shigaraki.
Okay.
So lots to unpack there.
Yeah.
I will be your master.
Master, what are you going to teach me about?
Oh,
This
no.
is all that remains of your family. A rare variant quirk manifested in you. A mutation no one's seen before.
No.
And you murdered your loved ones simply by putting your hands on them.
Principally,
There's a lot going on.
he said hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Their friend said that within Kurogiri.
Yeah.
Then Hawks was in a meeting with twice with a board that said things about the Liberation Army you should already know.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see the scientist, which I think it could pretty comfortably let you know is the one from the movie.
Okay.
Made 9.
Yeah.
And he's saying this is his masterpiece, Shigaraki.
Wow.
What are your thoughts before we jump into our discussion?
Shigaraki's not looking good. I'm kind of stuck on the idea that their friend was still, like, reachable in there, which means he's not dead. I think being dead is better than that. I mean, they have no way of knowing if he's like not conscious except for that like 2 seconds where they pulled him out, or if he's like trapped and aware and conscious the entire time, which is horrifying to think about.
Much worse.
Yeah, so much worse. God.
But yeah, they can make a Nomu like that, which is news. We'll talk about it more in the discussion, but thank you for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now, including episodes of Season 6. They're all posted to Patreon in their extended full-length forms. We have a lot to discuss, but before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's review.
Thank you for watching. For now, we're going to go to questions provided by our amazing Patreon members. If you want to ask us questions we answer after every episode of any show we watch, join the link in the description below and start asking. For now, let's go to question 1. HBomb24 asks, we finally learned the morbid truth about the Nomus in this episode. Specifically, the warped villain Kurogiri is actually the reanimated and genetically modified corpse of Eraser and Present Mike's deceased classmate and best friend Shirakumo. It seems that for the briefest moments, Kurogiri's old self was able to shine through thanks to his friend's urging. So do you think it's possible for the Warp Gate villain, and by extension the other Nomus, to break free of All for One's control and regain their humanity?
I don't know. I'm not super confident that it's possible for them to totally break free. I mean, in that situation, they had Kurogiri completely isolated, like immobile, in the most like controlled environment ever. And then 2 of his best friends and like objects that were his in his original life, and like
him being sedated.
Like that was like pretty much every factor that I would think of that would like allow for the release of someone like that, and he was still only able to barely get out like 2 words before the Nomu situation retook over and then just like followed its programming. I think it would definitely be possible for the same kind of like brief couple word situation to happen for the other Nomus, but I'm not thinking it's like, oh, we can get them all back. Like I'm just not feeling that, unfortunately.
Pretty crazy scene, but hard to imagine them coming back.
Yeah.
Let's go to our second question. Question 2. Day asks, why do you think All for One started creating Nomus? Do you think he really just wanted to try different wines and essentially like crush all the parts he didn't like about them and just take their good quirks? Or do you think he has a hidden agenda?
I mean, it's probably a combination of the two, right? I want to crush all the grapes, try all the wine, and then keep the best one.
Yeah.
Like, there's a very obvious secondary component of like, well, I just want to try everything. I just want to see what's the best.
Yeah.
Let's think for 2 seconds. Why? Yeah, I think there's definitely like a personal absorption end goal that he has, but he obviously wants to test everything out, put it all through the paces before he makes it official.
It's a very good point. Let's go to our final question. Final question. Day asks, what are your thoughts on the ethical repercussions of Nomus like Kurogiri? It seems like he took people that almost died and gave them new life, personality, and quirks. Do the ends justify the means?
No.
No.
That's fucked up and unjustifiable always of the time.
Yeah, I guess the argument is like, well, they could be dead and now they're alive. It's like, they're not really alive.
Yes, this is worse.
Though.
If you're not you, they're just taking your body. Like, they might as well have illegally harvested the organs and put it in a fucking crazy person.
It sounds the same as like the way Adam Eve was, her mom was used to just create monsters.
Yeah, no, like at a certain point.
Used to as a birth pod for incomplete heroes that didn't have a chance at life. Like those kids, I'm not saying they suck, but I felt bad for them.
No, it's a form of human trafficking.
Yeah.
Not acceptable or justifiable.
Yeah. And
any of those things.
Yeah, speaking of that, what do you think he's doing to Shigaraki here?
I don't know, because like I was very much under the impression that Shigaraki was in charge, and if not like the top person, like at least top 3, like a very important commander or general, I don't fucking know. That does not look like something that happens to someone who is in charge or valued highly by the person who is in charge.
I'll let you listen to what he exactly said about this.
Yeah, so
we just watched that whole final scene again.
Yeah, he seemed so important before, but it's just a weapon or a puzzle piece.
We'll have to see what ends up happening there, but that's where we're left for episode 19 of My Hero Academia Season 5. We're excited for episode 20, which I'll let you know the title of now, My Villain Academia.
Not Your Villain Detention. Fabulous. All right, let's do it. I mean, not right now. I want to make grilled cheese, but...
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.